Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you when, what, and how to fertilize your seedling indoor. So as you can see here, these are some of the seedling that has been growing in my grow room for a few weeks now. And today I will share with you my fertilizing schedule. So this fertilizing schedule may differ from the other gardener, but this schedule worked for my plant. So let's get this started. So when to fertilize your seedling. Now this is the stage where the seed just emerge. So as you can see, they don't have any pair of true leaf. All they have is their baby leaf, or also known as cotyledon. At this stage, you don't want to fertilize them because they are still baby, and fertilizing them will only hurt them. So what you can do is you only water them whenever they appear to be dry. So this one, you don't fertilize them, you only water them. So this is the seedling that already have a pair of true leaf. So as you can see here, this is the baby leaf, also known as the cotyledon, and this is the true leaf that just emerged. So when your seedling already have a true leaf like this is the stage where you can start feeding them. But when you feed them, you can only feed them with a very low dose of fertilizer. You don't want to give them a very strong dose of fertilizer because it will hurt them as well, because they are still young and tender. So you start with a very low dose and then you will increase them as they grow bigger. So now that you know which seedling you can feed and which stage of seedling you shouldn't feed, the next question is how many times do you feed your seedling? Now in my fertilizing schedule, I only feed my seedling once a week, only one time in a week. Now next question is what do I feed my seedling with? I'm using fish fertilizer, a very common fertilizer you can find almost anywhere. Now this one has a 5:1:1 NPK ratio. You can also choose a different brand and see whether it will fit your preferences. For now, I'm sticking with this brand. I have tried a few other brands and I think this one works well. So now let's see how to dilute this fertilizer before we using it, because different stages of seedling will need a different dose of fertilizer as we discussed before. So according to the instruction here, you will need 2 teaspoons per quart if you want to have a full strength of fertilizer. Now I will use a 1-gallon milk jug, therefore I will need at least 8 teaspoons for a full strength. But for now, I will not use a full strength because my seedling is still young. So this whole flat is filled with very young plant. I usually will separate all the young plant and put them all in one flat to make it easier for me to fertilize them, so that I will not mix them with a higher dose of fertilizer. So for this whole flat here, I will use a very low dose of fertilizer because all of them are very young. Now the concentration that I use here is only half teaspoon for half a gallon of water. Now I will increase the concentration as they grow bigger. So for the seedling here, I use about 4 teaspoons for 1 gallon of water. Now this seedling has been growing for about 4 weeks now, and the concentration is increased as they grow bigger and bigger. Now, one important thing I want to mention here is when you fertilize your seedling, please fertilize them from the bottom. Try not to fertilize them from the top because that will invite mold and fungus, and it may affect the development of your seedling. So apart from feeding your plant, you should also water your plant every once a week as well, and you don't want them to be dry while waiting for their feeding. So what you do is every once a week you fertilize them, and then after 3 days after you fertilize them, maybe you should water them whenever they appear to be dry on the surface. So that's it for today. I hope the content I present to you today will be beneficial for your need. And if you like the content of our channel, consider subscribing, and I see you next time.